Even with an MBA and running multiple six-figure businesses all while raising a family, I still feel like a fraud. And I know I'm not alone. I know at times you feel inadequate and insufficient despite every reason not to. And this feeling makes you doubt yourself, keeping you from showing up, putting yourself out there, and succeeding in life and business. It's called imposter syndrome. And today I'm walking through a super powerful exercise to help you transform your imposter syndrome from a burden to a blessing in just 1 minute a day. Hey, it's Kary, your social brand coach, and I help entrepreneurs build authentic and profitable brands online. And you can get started by taking my free training, Insta Strategies for Success, to learn the 3 strategies you must have to attract, nurture, and convert your Instagram followers. The link is in the description below. If left unattended, imposter syndrome can cause crippling anxiety and stress. However, if properly acknowledged, it can provide us with a unique opportunity to stop and assess our own amazing abilities. So today we're going to break down a powerful affirmation word for word that you can turn to every time you're experiencing self-doubt. As we work through the affirmation, I'm going to be providing you with examples for you to fill in the blanks in a way that most speaks to your individual experience. Now let's get started. The first step is acknowledging and facing our fears. When we voice our fears, it strips it of its powerful hold over us, allowing us to walk through the dark of uncertainty into the light of recognition. The first line of our affirmation is, I feel like an imposter because. Now I want you to write this down because you're going to say this out loud every time you're doubting your own ability to succeed. Now let's fill in the blank. And remember, I'm going to be giving you several examples you can choose from. I feel like an imposter because I make mistakes. I am not an expert. I can't succeed on my own. I failed to reach my goal. I'm really struggling to make this work. I want you to fill in the blanks with the fear that most resonates with you and your experience. So mine is, I feel like an imposter because I failed to reach my goal. Next, we're going to separate our feelings from the facts. We have a tendency to believe our negative thoughts and feelings about ourselves as if they are facts set in stone, when in reality that couldn't be further from the truth. So in this part of the affirmation, we are going to be dispelling those limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves. The second line of our affirmation is, however, I am not less than simply because I am not perfect. I don't know everything. I need to ask for help. I didn't succeed in the first try. It's taking longer than I expected. The one that resonates most with me is the last one. However, I am not less than simply because it's taking longer than I expected. Now let's put the first 2 lines together before we move on. I feel like an imposter because I failed to reach my goal. However, I am not less than simply because it's taking longer than I expected. Do you see how this powerful affirmation is starting to take form? Next, we're going to insert some positive self-talk. The things we think and say about ourselves are what we hold as truth. So now that we have dispelled the negative lie, let's insert some positive truth about our own abilities. Now here I want you to be honest and kind with yourself. You have more to offer to this world than you give yourself credit for. So I want you to reach down deep and acknowledge your own strengths. The third line of our affirmation is, I know I have what it takes because I am good at what I do. I am skilled and educated. I am determined to succeed. I am confident in myself. I am a hard worker. The one that most resonates with me is, I know I have what it takes because I am skilled and educated. Once you determine your strength, I want you to write it in the comments of this video. I want you to help me fill the comments up with positive self-talk. You can find mine below. Lastly, we're going to focus on the journey, not the results. We have this habit of setting lofty goals and then focusing on how far we are from reaching that goal instead of all the progress we're making towards that goal. The fourth and final line of our affirmation is, and instead of seeing my flaws as setbacks, I will celebrate my small wins, appreciate the value in my experiences, acknowledge it's okay to ask for help, remind myself that slow progress is still progress, give myself grace over guilt. The one that resonates most with me is, and instead of seeing my flaws as setbacks, I will acknowledge it's okay to ask for help. Okay, now let's put the whole affirmation together. I'll be using my own affirmation for transforming imposter syndrome from a burden to a blessing as an example. I feel like an imposter because I failed to reach my goal. However, I am not less than simply because it's taking longer than I expected. I know I have what it takes because I am skilled and educated. And instead of seeing my flaws as setbacks, I will acknowledge it's okay to ask for help. Wow. That was powerful. Just saying it to you, I felt the weight of my self-doubt raising off of my shoulders. Now, I want you to look at what you have written down, and I want you to say it out loud, and I want you to believe every single word of it because it's your truth. The moral of the story, suffering from imposter syndrome is a real part of life for the vast majority of us, but it gives us a unique opportunity to stop and assess our own natural, amazing abilities, successfully allowing us to turn what once was a weakness into a powerful strength. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. And while you wait for next week's video, follow me on Instagram and put me in your favorites to never miss a post. And remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, so give yourself boatloads of grace every step along the way.